When you're learning a language, you often want to ask about words that you don't know. For example, what does the word novel mean? And what's a novelist? The answers often contain relative clauses. A novel is a long book that tells a story. A novelist is a person who writes novels. That tells a story and who writes novels are defining relative clauses. They define a noun in the main clause. That tells a story defines a kind of book. Who writes novels defines a kind of person. These clauses are useful in questions too. What do you call a person who makes films? A film director. These clauses begin with a relative pronoun. Who relates to people. Which relates to animals and things. That relates to people, animals and things. And whose relates to possessions and relationships. Let's look at some more examples. Charles Dickens was a novelist who lived in the 19th century. Oliver Twist is one of the best-known books that he wrote. It's a novel which tells the story of a boy whose parents are dead. Here's another example with whose. Many people prefer stories whose endings make them feel happy. Whose is used more in written English than in spoken English. In conversation, people often use simpler clauses, such as stories which have happy endings, stories that have happy endings, stories with happy endings.